Good afternoon, everyone. Here we have the story of Caesar invades Britain. Let's begin then. For the start of this, make sure you know it for the syntax chart and because it's a CW passage, and indeed for the exam. Caesar was a clarissimus dux, was a very famous leader, superlative adjective there, whose soldiers, genitive of the relative pronoun, literally of whom. Remember, the relative pronoun goes in the same number, singular or plural, the same gender as the word it describes, but it goes in the case that is required in its own particular clause. So here Caesar was a very famous general of whom the soldiers, it sounds much better if you go, whose soldiers often necaverunt, killed the enemies, and occupied multa oppida, and occupied many towns. Decem annos, for 10 years, Caesar was waging war in Gaul. There were in Gaul many tribes which were ferociously defending sua oppida, their own towns. It is difficult to conquer the Gauls, said Caesar. Many towns, defensa sunt, perfect passive, have been bravely defended, because the Gauls have many comrades and friends. Defensa sunt, perfect passive verb there, third person plural. Quam. Although many Gauls were wounded, vulnerati sunt, perfect passive verb. Although many Gauls were wounded by my soldiers, often these friends give help, dative, to the Gauls. Amongst these friends were the Britons. I want to go into Britain, said Caesar, and to conquer the natives. Then it will be easier, comparative adjective, then it will be easier to conquer the Gauls. In Britain there is tin, future tense. I will conquer the natives and I will take the tin. Nullus Romanus, no Roman has crossed into Britain. I will cross into Britain and I will be, future tense, clarissimus, superlative adjective, very famous. However, it was difficult to go into Britain, transire, infinitive. There was great danger for ships crossing, dative, present participle, for ships crossing the sea. Caesar led his own men to the shore of Britain. There Caesar caught sight of many Britons waiting on the shoreline, another present participle, accusative plural. These Britons terrified the soldiers of Caesar. Quam. Although the Romans fought bravely with the Britons non victi sunt, were not defeated, perfect passive verb. Then in a great storm, many of the Roman ships, deleta sunt, perfect passive verb, were destroyed. It is not good to wait here, said Caesar. Although neither were the natives conquered, nor was the tin seized, two perfect passive verbs. We will return into Gaul, and we will build, comparative adjective, better ships. When the ships, factae sunt, were made better, even became better, but we'll talk about that another time, comparative adjective. When the ships were made better, Caesar again led his men into Britain. Although the soldiers of Caesar fought bravely again the Britons non victi sunt were not defeated. Now I will lead my own men into, future tense, into Gaul, said Caesar, and there I will defeat the Gauls in many battles. It will be melius, comparative adjective neuter, it will be better to fight with the Gauls than with the Britons. Caesar, when he was remaining in Gaul, sent letters to Rome. In these letters, he wrote multa, neuter adjective, accusative plural. He wrote many things about the Britons. The Britons are saevissimi, superlative adjective, are the most savage barbarians, said Caesar. They paint all their bodies, all the Britons paint their own bodies with sky blue, chirolea, with sky blue paint. The Britons wear animal pelts, wear animal skins. Often, fathers and sons have common wives. Romani, the Romans were praising Caesar. It was brave to go into Britain because there are very savage natives. Well done, everyone. I look forward to seeing you all next lesson.